everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel and you are watching Growing Green. So today I have a exciting tutorial video for you. As you can already tell by the title down below, I'm going to be showing you how I propagate string of pearls. I'm going to get straight into the video. I'm going to show you the way that I find works best for me. I know there are several different methods. This is purely going to be a video about the way that I find works best for me. I've tried that method before where you take a couple of pearls off, pop the end into water, but that hasn't really worked that well for me. You can also take a strand, get your container of soil, pop it on that and pin it down and it should root. That kind of works for me, but not as well as the method I'm about to show you. So I'm going to give you a full tutorial. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. I'm going to get my string of pearls, cut her up, propagate her and give you the end result as well, because I've already had some going for a couple of months now. So I'm going to show you how they've turned out. First thing, of course, you need is a string of pearls. For this example, I'm going to be using my variegated string of pearls, which is this bad boy here. I bought her for $23 at a cactus shop in Mount Wellington. I'll try, if I can, leave the link in the description box down below for you, but it was just sold by Trade Me. So yeah, if you didn't know, string of pearls are actually a succulent, so you should treat them so whilst propagating them. First of all, what you've got to do is find a fairly decent strand. Now, I like to try and see if there's one where you can actually see little roots forming already. If there's not, any strand will do. It will form roots all along where all the pearls are. Let's see. This one will do. Here we go. This is the strand I'm going to be using here. It's nice and long. You've got to make sure you pick a nice and long bit just in case the end starts to rot. You have a little bit of room when you're chopping it up. So I'm going to go ahead and chop the strand off. Now, there isn't a specific place that you have to chop the strand because there's no like nodes or anything as such. It'll just grow roots the whole way along. So let me get the scissors and chop that for you. Is that a bug? No, it's not a bug. Okay, let me get my scissors. Don't worry guys, this will fall onto my lap. So I'm going to take it all the way back up where the next strand is growing off of it. So that is about there. 3, 2, 1. Now we have our strand. Ta-da! There we go. There is the strand that I'm using, and as you can see by the pearls, it is a variegated string of pearls. Now we have our cutting. I am going to show you what kind of medium I'm going to be propagating it in. The medium that I like to use for my string of pearls is cocoa coir. Now when you buy it from the shop, it will come like this. This is a coir briquette. This is a coir briquette. It's basically just a brick. It's solid, rock solid of cocoa coir. I bought this one from Bunnings. It was very, very cheap. I also know you can probably get it from Mitre 10, maybe King's Plant Barn. I haven't actually seen it there, but I'm sure you'll be able to find it at any good plant shop near you. If not, it's easily purchased online as well. And all you do is pop it into a container, add some water and let it hydrate and mix it around, and it will soak up the water, and when it comes out it will look a little bit like this. So it's super light and fluffy. If I run my hand through it like that, you can see it's super light and fluffy. So if you've ever bought a plant home from a garden center, you might have noticed it's in a really squishy kind of medium, and that's exactly what this is. It's exactly what a lot of places grow them in greenhouses, so I mean it must be good, right? This is what I like to grow them in, purely because they're succulents and it's nice and light and airy for the roots to be able to get through, especially new roots because they're so sensitive. So I'm now going to show you how to put this in this, which will then give you this. Okay, so we have our medium and we have our cutting. So the first thing I highly recommend doing is at the bottom end of your cutting, so where you made the cut, I recommend taking off a couple of pearls. Now this might seem counterproductive, but by taking off the pearls, you actually create space for roots to grow. So like I said, roots will grow from underneath where each of the pearls are. As you can see on this one I've left remaining, I'm not sure if you can see that, but there is actually a root there. So that's a good help in starting your cutting. What I normally do then is I get my pot and I will actually stick this end of the cutting all the way into the growing medium, right up to the first ball, and then I will press it down like that. So the next thing you need to do is to lay your cutting down so that the stem is of course touching the medium. This will actually be enough. Your cutting will start rooting from the bottom here, but there's one extra step that I totally recommend doing. By the way, the pearls that you take off, they won't propagate. I mean, you might if you have like super patience, but I don't have that kind of patience, so these are just going to be chucked out. So the extra step that I recommend doing is pinning it down. Now all I use is this black garden wire. So what I've done is I've chopped it up into lots of little pieces, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to make U shapes out of them, exactly like that, and then I'm going to pin my cutting down into the medium. This just helps the stem make contact with the medium, which is where the roots will grow from. It just kind of speeds up that process a little bit. So I'm going to put one right at the bottom here. Now you don't have to push these in hard, you just have to push it down enough so that the stem's actually physically touching the medium. If you want to, you can also bury the stem a little bit in the medium. That will also help the roots grow a little bit faster, but it's not a necessary step. It's completely what you feel comfortable with. So I'm going to put the final one here. So there we go. There is the cutting in the cocoa coir. Next thing to do, of course, is to water it. How I like to water mine is I like to use a squeezy bottle, just like this one here. That way you can control how much water you're giving it, and you don't overwater it to the point where it wants to rot. Now I don't just water the cutting itself, I actually wet all of the material. That's because the roots want to go in search of water also, so it will help them grow longer and stronger. So there we go, we have our string of pearls cutting, and that will grow roots like crazy. Once you have your cutting ready, you either want to put it inside one of those little mini greenhouses, or you want to pop it somewhere sunny. I pop mine on my windowsill here. As you can see, all of my string of pearls propagations are doing super well on this windowsill, and these ones along here are doing superb. And here we have a rooted one. This one I popped in on the 10th of the 9th, which is exactly a month ago. And as you can see, it is growing out of the pot already up the top there. And if I flip it over, you can actually see the roots are coming out of the bottom. So they're going absolutely insane. Look at that. And that is how I like to propagate my string of pearls. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I know a lot of people have trouble sometimes even keeping these babies alive, let alone propagating them, but they're really the easiest things in the world as long as you have obviously the right materials to do them with. So if you have any further questions, feel free to pop them in the comment section down below. And if you like this video, please make sure to hit the like button down below. That lets me know that this video was helpful for you and that this is the kind of content you like to see. Also hit the subscribe button down below if you like this video, want to go check out my other videos, and you also want to be notified when I upload. Hit that bell right next to the subscribe button. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you have many, many, many successes propagating your string of pearls, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!